The next chapter of our polynomial unit is dealing with multiplication. And so the idea here is we're going to be multiplying with polynomials, monomials, and then after that we're going to combine like terms, which is why we've already looked at combining like terms. So now we're looking at something called the distributive method. Let's take a look at an example here at how this can work in two separate ways. So the standard method would be 5 times 3 plus 4. Well, you would know with BEDMAS that 3 plus 4 is 7. So you have 5 times 7, and then 5 times 7 is 35. So you know that. That's how we've done things. But there's this new method that we're going to have to do, and that's called the distributive method. So we're going to take 5. Remember, this is 5 times. It's 5 multiplied. So we're going 5 times this whole bracket. So we might as well just go 5 times them individually. We'll go 5 times 3. 5 times 3 is 15. And then we'll go plus, and 5 times 4 is 20. So plus 20. And then sure enough, if you go 15 plus 20, you get 35. That matches what's up there. So we're going to have to do the distributive method. We're not going to have the option of doing this. And the reason we're not going to have the option is because 3 plus 4, those are alike. You could add those. But if you look at our very first question here, 2x and 1, they don't have the exact same variables. One has an x, this one has just an x, this one has no variables. So we can't combine them. Our only option is to use the distributive method. Let's take a look at the first example. We're going to go 2 times 2x. So 2 times 2 is 4, and we have an x that's there. Then we've got a 2 times a positive 1. 2 times 1 is a positive 2. That's it. That's all it's going to take. And again, we're starting really, really small here, but it's good to kind of get the hang of all of this stuff. Now I'm going to make this a 1x for b, a 1x, just to kind of make things a little bit easier. So the 1 times the 3 is the 3, and the x times the x is an x squared. So we did that in the exponents. Whenever you multiply, you add the exponents. This is an x1, this is an x1. 1 plus 1 is going to be 2. So 1, again, that's 1 times 3 is 3. X times x is x squared. And then we've got this 1x times 2. So the 1 times the 2 is a 2. And then we have an x. So again, you go 1 times 2 is 2. And there's an x left over. With the red one here, you go 1 times 3 is 3. X times x is x squared. Let's try another one. 3x times x. So there's a 3, there's a 1 in front here, so 3 times 1 is just 3. There's just a 3 there. And then there's an x times an x, which is an x squared. So 3x times x is a 3x squared. And then here, 3 times negative 1 is going to be a negative 3, and there's an x left over. So that's all there is to it. And it's going to take a bunch of practice. So we'll do this last one here, D. If I were you, I would pause it right now and see if you can do this one, and then check it with what I'm about to do. So multiply that. There's a 2, and then x squared and an x gets you an x cubed, because there's an x1 here. 2 plus 1 is 3. And there's the 2. And then I got this. So the 2 times the negative 3 is the negative 6, and we can't forget about the x squared. So 2x squared times 3 is going to be 6x squared. And then the red one here, 2x squared times x is going to be a 2x cubed. Now this is going to take a ton of practice, so we're going to do another video that are going to be on ABCD, and then we're going to do it on ABC and another ABC. So we're going to do another 3, 6, 9, like 10 more questions after this, all the same stuff. And then we'll do it again in chapter 3 and chapter 4.